To tell the story of my life. I like cooking, and I don't want to say I cook a lot, but when I was quite younger, I cook a lot. I can take a weekend out just to cook, but in recent times it's difficult for me to spend time cooking. So now, anytime I have to cook a fast food, my choice is spaghetti. I don't like noodles. I think they're unhealthy, so my choice is spaghetti. Now when I want to cook spaghetti, this is what I do. I know I don't have time to go and buy meat and boil, buy chicken to boil. It's no longer going to be fast food again if I'm going to buy chicken and meat and all that stuff. So what I do is that I buy suya. Now in the Hausa language, suya are not all the same. You have the one they call sire, and you have balangu. You now have dambun nama. Yes, there's different ways of preparing meat. In short, it's wonderful the way these guys know how to prepare meat. So sometimes it depends on the way my mood actually tickles me. I feel like, okay, I should buy siri, that's the regular suya that you guys know. Then when I'm preparing my spag, I put it inside the spag. Now it has a particular taste, these kuli effects and that savory and stuff like that. So at a point in time, not necessarily getting tired of it, I was okay, let me try balangu. So I buy balangu. Balangu also has its own effect. So the taste when you put balangu inside the spag is different from its taste when you put sire inside the spag. Also, the way that the suya guy garnishes the suya affects the way that your spaghetti is going to taste. Similarly, the way that the balangu guy garnishes the balangu, sometimes they put a lot of cabbage, sometimes they put more pepper and the rest of them. It affects the way the spaghetti tastes at the end of the day. Now my point is, if I'm supposed to share my food with somebody, some people will say I prefer the one with balangu. Somebody will say I prefer the one with sire. Do you get what I'm saying? Now the way I am playing with these ingredients, that's how businesses play with ingredients. So some people will be attracted to the balangu, some people are attracted to the sire. All of them have their customers. It doesn't mean that the balangu guy is taking away the customer from the sire guys. You get my point, but they just have their own customers. In other words, you'll be attracting customers that you are designed to attract. That's what happens.
Yes, sir.
Now you will now see that those people that used to shout that I don't know how true it is that village people are spoiling my business, village people are after me, I don't know how true that one, but to some extent you can reduce the way village people is going to affect your business. So now I'll be discussing the 7 ingredients that you can actually use in your business to attract new customers. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Good. Now the first one is what we call product. Product is the first one. What's the difference between a Yahoo boy and a businessman? What's the difference between a Yahoo boy and a businessman? A Yahoo boy is not selling anything. You say? Well, you can be doing an illegal business, but you still have something. For instance, now, God forbid, cannabis, weed, Igbo is illegal, but you are selling something. Do you understand? Now, God forbid any of us here should be taking weed or cannabis, but it's something. But a Yahoo boy doesn't have anything to offer. So the difference between a Yahoo boy and a businessman is that the businessman has a product that he's giving you. Now the presence of a product is one of the ingredients that you use to attract customer. Now this product is supposed to have its own characteristics. It's supposed to have its own qualities. It's supposed to have its own associates. We talked about it the last time now. When we talk about going to buy bread, we said when you want to buy bread, the smell of the bread, how soft the bread is. Some people, whether the bread is burnt, some people say they want white bread, brown bread. Me, I don't like white bread. It's too sticky. I like brown. So I don't like. So everybody have his own way that he actually likes his own bread. So the same thing, your product has its own quality. Now, Many mistakes that people do in business is that they sell their business based on quality. In the world we are living now, if your business is going to depend on quality, you are not really going to be successful, because anybody can copy your quality. Now let's assume you are sewing a skirt and a blouse. You snap, put it on Instagram. Somebody might even copy it and sew it better than you. Do you understand? So there are other things you can play with apart from quality, like variety, like color, like texture. Many of you may not have thought about this thing before. All this thing has to do with quality. The number of variety of a particular design that you have. Some people can have 7. The colors can be black, white, blue. Who knows the most popular color among women? Black. And still, if you ask a girl what's her best color, she'll not tell you it's black. But it's hard to see a girl's wardrobe that there is no black inside. So that's a secret now. If you're in the fashion industry, make sure you have black in your collection. A lot of people are attracted to black. So that is product quality. Now there are many things you can actually do in quality also. The size. You can have a long gown. You can have a short gown. You can have a short gown that you can use a trouser under. You can have a short gown that you can use a skirt under. And if you want to blow your husband's head, you don't wear anything under. You just wear your short gown. I say your husband's head, I didn't say your boyfriend's head. So that's for size. Now you can have a gown that has a long sleeve. You can have a gown that has a short sleeve. You can have a gown that is sleeveless. You are playing with the product. So when you display your work, you see people having that choice: short gown, long gown, sleeveless, this, that, the color, the texture. You get what I'm talking about, but now that is product. Now you have a product. Are you going to give out your product out for free?
No, sir. I can.
You can. All right. So why will you give your product out for free?
If I'm starting a new brand and decide to give out products, let's say first 5 people, give out the product so that they can use the product and then influence people. If that's their influence people to buy my product.
Okay, now I like what she said. She said she can actually give out her product for free. But when I say what you have done now is what they call promotion. Do you get what I'm talking about? So you didn't give it out for free. You are setting up a trap. You are setting a trap. You are putting a worm on a hook, so that when the fish see the worm, you're like, when you bite it. So it's not for free. Even for that Christmas, you think this product is actually free? Okay, no, don't penalize me on that one. I don't know.
No, but it's not actually free.
Cool.
It's always,
Okay, let's keep Father Christmas out of this. But normally, if you are going to give out your product out for free, it means you're running a charity organization and somebody is actually sponsoring you. Now let's assume you are giving out your first 5 gowns for free. Did you pluck them from a tree?
No.
Even if you did, somebody owned that tree. And now it's somebody's tree now. It's somebody's tree. Now, even if you pick them up from the streets, it's a miracle from God. For those of us that believe in God. And I've not seen anybody that picked gowns from the streets. Only if it's rags you are picking. And you're not going to pick all gowns. Some will be short knickers. Alright, so that's product. Now the second thing you're going to do is that you're going to play with price. That's one of the ingredients. That's one of the secrets of getting customers. Remember, just to highlight, the first point of product is that you can play with the kind of product, the color, the this, the that, the texture and all that. These kind of things can attract somebody. Some people like shiny, some people like dull, like elderly people don't like bright colors. So if you have 2 bright colors, you might be sending a signal that you want to sell your dress to a young person. But if you have cooler colors, it's maybe you are targeting older people. You get what I'm talking about? Now the price now, there are people that like cheap stuff. It's not true. So there are some people that once it is cheap, they are running for the product. And there are some people that once it is cheap, they feel it's inferior. So you have to be careful sometimes when you are calling your product cheap or affordable, because the word affordable can be interpreted